In the headlines tonight, PM Abiy says success awaits Ethiopia beyond current challenge. And faith leaders urge unity, compassion, and forgiveness. Hello and a very warm welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism, coming to you live from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. I'm your host, Binyam Alemayo. It's now 8 p.m. here. Please do stay with us, and a happy holiday for all Christians celebrating Easter. And now Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed says Easter holds a special and sacred place among Christians. In his Happy Easter message, the Premier underscored that through Christ's resurrection, saying that Ethiopia's journey is trying and demanding. Abiy said, beyond hardship waits success. We have the full message compiled as follows. Take a look. As we celebrate this year's Easter, we do so mindful that our country, Ethiopia, is passing through a time of trial. We know that our road is long and our journey demanding. There are many obstacles that seek to block out the light and trap us in deep darkness. Forces abound that attempt to pull us back from crossing into a land of hope. Yet we pass on with conviction, believing that beyond suffering lies resurrection, and beyond hardship waits success. On the eve of the resurrection, there are many kinds of people: the certain, the hopeful, the doubtful, the rumor bearers, the disheartened, and the skeptics. The certain were steadfast in their belief that the trials would pass. They were convinced that the suffering of Good Friday would give way to the dawn of Easter. They knew that neither the sealed stone, nor the guarded tomb, nor the weight of the rumor could prevent the resurrection. Confident in truth, they were ready to sacrifice, resolute in bearing witness, and courageous enough to stand at the foot of the cross. The hopeful did not possess the same certainty, yet they held on to the expectation that something good would come. They had heard the teachings, seen the miracles, and carried a quiet anticipation. Still, they were not ready to make the necessary sacrifices, nor bold enough to stand firmly in the truth. At the very least, however, they restrained their tongues from wrongdoing. The skeptics stood in the fence. They came to witness miracles, but shrank from witnessing suffering. They desired to share in joy, but avoided the burden of hardship. The disheartened were easily swayed by what they saw and heard. The line between truth and falsehood, courage and fear, blurred before them. When suffering came, they quickly consigned everything to the past. What they had believed, they dismissed as lost and buried. Rumors from every direction, noise from all sides, and fires of turmoil frightened them and made them forget tomorrow. And so they turned back in despair. The rumor bearers gathered around hearsay, asking what was said, what happened. They mixed truth with falsehood, knowledge with ignorance, and filled Jerusalem with conviction. Those who spread despair sought to turn people away from the path of resurrection. They neither moved forward themselves nor allowed others to progress. Having rejected the truth from the beginning, they grew resentful as others followed it. Consumed by jealousy and malice, they accused, judged, and condemned. They sealed the tomb, set guards, and believed the story had ended. But Easter revealed the true nature of them all. The certain found the reward of their conviction in the resurrection. The hopeful regretted their lack of steadfastness. The disheartened lamented their failure to see beyond the moment. The rumor bearers watched their narratives collapse before the truth. Those who spread despair witnessed with their own eyes the risen Christ, the open tomb, the broken seal, and the fleeing guards. The resurrection became not just story to be told, but a truth to be seen. Let those who trade in words turn to action, for Ethiopia draws ever closer to the resurrection. One of the milestones on this journey will be the election to be held in May. Just as we do not conceive of Easter without suffering, we cannot separate democracy from struggle. Let us believe that our strength will lift us out of poverty, and our patience will lead us to democracy. With full hearts, let us strive for Ethiopia's resurrection. Once again, I wish you all a blessed and joyous Easter.
I understand that many have already hailed him as king.
Is it with a kiss that you betray the Son of Man?
Arrest him.
Are you the king of the Jews?
This man? A king?
Into thy hands I commit my spirit.
Now, religious leaders have called on Christians to celebrate Easter by strengthening the values of unity and compassion and by embracing mutual support and togetherness. His Holiness Abuna Matthias, Patriarch of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, noted in his Easter message that the holiday should be marked by putting into practice the good deeds and teachings of the faith. He stressed the importance of embodying the virtues of good character and upright thinking, adding that both global and national challenges must be faced with perseverance. Similarly, Cardinal Berhane Jesus Surafil, head of the Ethiopian Catholic Church, called on the faithful to demonstrate action the moral values they have learned from their Creator. He urged Christians to turn away from resentment and hatred and to work together with their fellow brothers and sisters for peace and love in the country. President of the Ethiopian Evangelical Church Fellowship, Pastor Daraja Jambaru, for his part stated that Easter is a holiday that reflects God's profound love for humanity. He highlighted that resurrection signifies the triumph of love over hatred, unity over division, and victory over defeat, and called for a spirit of forgiveness to prevail among believers. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed today received at his office President and Chairperson of the Board of Directors of the African Export-Import Bank, Afri-Exim Bank, George Elombi. The Ethiopian leader disclosed in a social media post today. In his social media post, PM Abiy mentioned that the discussions focused on strengthening strategic partnerships between Ethiopia and the Afri-Exim Bank. Afri-Exim Bank is a pan-African supranational multilateral financial institution created back in 1993 under the auspices of the African Development Bank. And finally, for the hour, in a heartwarming Easter initiative, Mayor Adanek Abebe has handed over 250 newly built, fully furnished homes to some of the city's most vulnerable residents. The beneficiaries include low-income families, people with disabilities, national heroes, and individuals striving to rebuild their lives. The homes, located across several sub-cities, were delivered complete with household essentials and holiday provisions, offering recipients a fresh start just in time for the Easter celebrations. Sharing the updates on her social media page, the mayor noted that the project was made possible through coordinated volunteer efforts across the city. She highlighted the acts of generosity like this are becoming an increasingly strong tradition here in Addis Ababa. You're watching ABC World, and now a quick reminder of the top stories making headlines for the hour. PM Abiy says success awaits Ethiopia beyond current challenge. And faith leaders urge unity, compassion, and forgiveness. Wishing all Christians a happy Easter holiday. I was Biniam Alamayo bringing you the latest from here, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye and take care.